So, Chris Sims, I have a question for you. Just a few weeks ago, you were trying everything you could to devalue the importance of Jalen Hurts to this team. You were saying that the Eagles, even with Gardner Minshew as a starter, they would have started the season 13-1. Basically saying that Jalen Hurts was just a system quarterback, and the Eagles would still be a team that started off 13-1. So, Chris Sims, I just have a question for you, you fucking idiot. Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that this team would have started the season 13-1 with Gardner Minshew as their quarterback? Hmm. Right now, I'm sick to my stomach. I am absolutely sick to my freaking stomach. I never in a million years ever want to hear Minshew mania again. Gardner Minshew's time in Philadelphia after this season needs to be over. Goodbye. Well, before the Cowboys game, going to that game, obviously we didn't have Jalen Hurts. So going into that game, all we heard was, have faith in Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is gonna keep this thing afloat. Minshew mania, all this shit. Tried my best to be confident and have put my faith behind Gardner Minshew because as a fan, what other choice do we have? I tried my best to be patient with him and hope that he is good enough to win at least one game for us before Jalen Hurts comes back. But after the day, that confidence is gone. That faith is gone. Gardner Minshew is exactly what he is, a backup quarterback. He was a guy who last year, after beating the Jets, he went to Nick Sirianni trying to, get the starting job from Jalen Hurts. Obviously, Nick Sirianni told him to sit down. That's not going to happen. And this year, he has a chance to show what he can do against quality opponents and get a starting gig elsewhere next year. Well, Gardner Minshew, the tape is on you, and your play is right there for other teams to see. Good luck getting a starter job next year. I think you, with that performance today, you have shown that you are a career backup quarterback. I pray that that is elsewhere. I pray the Eagles do not resign you because I never want to be in this situation again where we have to hope that Gardner Minshew is going to come out there and ball out and win a game for us. Just one game against an opponent that we are far better than. We are far better than the Saints. This is a game, the Cowboys game, I was like, okay, yeah, the Cowboys, even though we despise them, they are a solid opponent. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we couldn't win that game. Okay, but we got the Saints this week. The Saints are, yeah, they're fighting for something. They're fighting for a playoff spot. And next week, their game is going to matter for them because they could get in the playoffs as well. So, no, but looking at our team versus their team, I'm like, okay, we definitely should win this game. This should be the game that we finally clinch and we finally put this thing away. We're finally the number one seed in the playoffs, and we just rest our starters week 18 against the Giants. Nope, absolutely not. The NFL got exactly what they want today. They wanted the Eagles to lose because now what it sets up is Eagles-Giants next week. That game right there is really going to matter because the Eagles have to win that game the Eagles already in the playoffs, but they have to win that game to get the number one seed and, get the number one seed for the NFC. So they have to win that game. Thanks a lot, Gardner Minshew. Thanks a lot for ensuring that we had to play our stars in that game. I believe that regardless of whether we won this game or not, the Eagles were going to play Jalen Hurts for maybe like the first quarter or something like that. But now, depending on how the game is going, Jalen Hurts could be playing that whole game, which I guess is sort of a good thing because it allows him to get that rust off of him and be ready for the playoffs. But cross our fingers, nothing goes wrong in that game. Oh boy, this makes me sick to my stomach because this is a game that the Eagles should have won. It started off bad for the Eagles. It started well, the Eagles started to get momentum, and of course, we all know how it ended. But it started off Saints just drive right down the field on our defense. Soft ass coverage by Jonathan Gannon. Someone else I won't go on after this year. Soft ass coverage by Jonathan Gannon. Um, the Saints go right in and score touchdown. And then we get, and but no, during that drive, we lost Josh Sweat. He had to be carted off to the hospital after that game. Crossing our fingers that Josh Sweat's going to be all right. The reports that I'm hearing that he has all, movement in all of his body, which is great news. Um, Tough, man. Eagles come out 3-and-out, 3-and-out. Eagles had, I believe, like 4 or 5 straight 3-and-outs. The Saints just completely controlled the clock for pretty much the entire first half. That first quarter, I believe the Saints had the ball for 13 minutes versus the Eagles' pitiful 2 minutes of time possession that first quarter. Eagles defense after that did not give up any more touchdowns, despite the fact this offense just could not get it going. The defense, even when they were put in shitty situations, they held the Saints offense to field goals. Saints get two more scores, 2 field goals in the first half. They go into halftime up 13-0. You think to yourself, oh God, I just hope these guys can get their shit together in the second half. This offense, boy. And for a while there, it looked like they were getting it together because they came out, started running the damn ball finally because they barely ran the ball in the first half. They're running the ball, they getting big chunks of yards. They have what should have been a touchdown score, which is still complete BS. Should have been a touchdown by Kenneth Gainwell. The referees called that back. Eagles had to settle for a field goal there. Defense makes a stop, doing their job, making a stop. Come back out offense. No, this offensive line played so well in the first half. Overall played very well in the first half. They did give them a couple of sacks, but overall played well in the first half. Second half, penalty after penalty after penalty, just ruining drives. Absolutely ruining drives. Defense, defense playing well, man. Playing very hard, playing their ass off, man. They get another stop on the Saints offense. Eagles come out there. They beautiful touchdown pass, I will say, from Gardner Minshew to A.J. Brown. He threw it up there for A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown took it all the way, 76-yard touchdown. The score is now 13-10. You think to yourself, okay, Eagles are getting that momentum on their side. The stadium is getting loud. This is where the Eagles complete the comeback. Nope. Despite the defense, on a number of series of drives, having to bail the offense out and keep the Saints from scoring, Gardner Minshew throws what effectively ended the game, an interception to Lattimore, and Lattimore, the cornerback for the Saints, ran it in for a touchdown. They go up 20-10, and that's pretty much the game right there. Gardner Minshew threw this game away for us. Completely threw this game away from us. I forgot to mention one play in particular. That was late. I believe it's in the fourth quarter. It was on a 4th-and-1. They did the quarterback sneak, which is worked for us quite a bit. But Gardner Minshew is not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts I believe with all certainty would have got that first down there. I just wanted to mention that because that was a crucial play there. Although the defense did their job and held the Saints from scoring, but that 4th-and-1 there. Gardner Minshew is not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts squats 600 pounds. Jalen Hurts, like he's done all season, would have converted that first down. But I don't want to hear this Minshew mania nonsense anymore. I don't want to hear the media try to downgrade the importance Jalen Hurts is to this team because the haters in the media have been doing that all season. Chris Sims, that freaking idiot, has been saying that the Eagles could have had anybody at quarterback, but with Gardner Minshew, this team would have started their season off 13-1. Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious, right? Even with Gardner Minshew, according to Chris Sims, the Hall of Fame expert, Hall of Fame quarterback expert, the Eagles would have started this season off 13-1, even if Gardner Minshew had been started all season. I hope this shuts these fools up in the media because they have been trying to downplay the importance of Jalen Hurts. Not just Chris Sims, but many fools in the media. The one good thing that comes out of Gardner Minshew starting these last two games, it should finally silence these idiots who have been saying this nonsense about Gardner. Even Gardner Minshew would have been had this team winning the way that Jalen Hurts had them winning. Jalen Hurts is very important to this team. For that alone, Jalen Hurts probably should win MVP just because the haters can now shut up and now see how important Jalen Hurts really is to this offense. A game that shouldn't have mattered. The NFL got what they wanted, and they will most certainly flex that game to prime time because that is big money for them. That is big ratings for them, which it translates to money. So that game will most certainly be in prime time. Don't be surprised if it's Sunday night football. That I expect to be the Sunday night football game. Do not be surprised. Eagles Giants. The Giants clinched their playoff spot. They're going back to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. So they're in the playoffs, no doubt about it. You would think that the Giants want to rest their starters because they have nothing else to play for. It's not like they're not in position to win the division, so they have nothing else to play for. But the New York Giants, I will not be surprised if they're very petty in this game. They play their starters because they would love nothing more than to play spoiler for the Eagles. Let's keep it real. They would love to play spoiler for the Eagles because Giant fans, a lot of them are still very pissed off about 2020 when they were I believe they were a 6-10 team. The NFC East was at its lowest point, and they needed the 4-11, soon to be 4-12 Eagles to beat the Washington at that time the Washington football team, the nameless Washington football team, and Doug Peterson decided, you know what, I'm gonna take Jalen Hurts out of this game. I'm just gonna let the backups finish this game off, and the Eagles end up losing to Washington that game. And Giants fans to this day still go on about that. Even though they were a sister team that did not belong in the playoffs, they are still bitter about that. So I would not be surprised if we see their starters, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. We see those guys play the whole game because they would love to play spoilers. Today they put an absolute beat down on the Indianapolis Colts. So I would not be surprised, even though they clinched their playoff spot, that they would love to play spoiler for us. We'll see what happens if they play their starters, but it would not surprise me one way or the other. But because of Gardner Minshew and his stupid, idiotic decision making, the Eagles are now forced to play their starters in Week 18 because it makes me sick to my stomach. But if the Eagles lose this damn game and the Cowboys win, the Cowboys are the number one seed. I want to puke just saying that. I actually want to puke, sick to my stomach saying that. So the Eagles must beat the damn Giants next Sunday. Like I said, the NFL got what they wanted. That's exactly what the NFL wanted because now that's a game that matters. That's a game in prime time, and they want to keep everybody on their heels and everybody watching because, again, that's ratings, which translate to money. So the NFL got exactly what they wanted. Thanks in part to Gardner Minshew. Defense, other than a few bad plays in the first half and a big reception against Bradbury, this defense overall, they came to play, and they stepped their ass up, and they really stepped it up, and they were just hitting the Saints O line, penetrating and getting to Andy Dalton. I think they sat Andy Dalton at least eight, 9 times in this game. It was just unbelievable, the performance that this D line was putting up. So props to the defense. I still can't stand Jonathan Gannon, but these guys on this defense are some ballers, man. This is the most sacks that this team has had. In franchise history. It's been a record-breaking season for the Eagles' defensive line when it comes to sacks and pressure. They were getting to Andy Dalton all game and making life miserable for him. I don't blame the defense for this loss. I blame 90% of this loss. No, actually, no. I blame 99.9% of this loss on Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew was absolutely horrible. Then that great touchdown pass that he threw to AJ Brown. AJ Brown making a big play that we needed at that time. Gardner Minshew is, my opinion, the biggest reason for this loss. Yes, the old line with the penalties in that second half, the false starts were awful. The holdings were awful. Even though that one holding on game, the game well touchdown, I think was bullshit. But still, overall, man, the person to blame the most for this loss is Gardner Minshew. And for everybody who was saying Minshew mania, have faith in Gardner Minshew, I want to know how you guys feel now. I want to know, what are you guys saying now? Because you guys, when I was saying start Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts is healthy to play, I was saying that on social media. I was saying that here. I got some. I was getting attacked by many people for saying that, because they're like, no, we don't want to. We don't want to play Jalen Hurts because we want him healthy for the playoffs. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand that. You don't want to risk making the injury worse. I understand that, but what we see right now is, Jalen Hurts. Jalen, we're missing Jalen Hurts badly. We're missing him really bad right now. And cross our fingers, absolutely cross our fingers, that he is able to go against the Giants on Sunday. I saw him on the sideline. They put the camera on him quite a bit of times. You could tell in his eyes he was pissed. You could tell that he wanted to be out there badly. It was the same thing against Dallas, but this week I believe it's on. He was going to play anyway, in my belief, because they wanted him to, the play to get out there, get in the rhythm, so he's not sitting 4 weeks going to the playoffs. So now the Eagles must win this game. He's definitely playing. Regardless of what happens against the Giants, the Eagles are in the playoffs, but regardless of what happens, even if we do win the number one seed, which we won't, obviously, the Eagles, this is not a good look for the Eagles. The Eagles will be limping in the playoffs. They already have quite a bit of players that have gone down with injuries. They have lost 2 of their last 3 games. So this is not a good look for the Eagles. Even if they beat the Giants, they will be limping in the playoffs, and that's not a good look. But with that said, we have to get this win against the Giants, because I don't want to just be in the playoffs. I want to win this division, and I want to win that number one seed. The last time the Eagles did that, the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl 52. But what I'm seeing right now, I thought this team was better than that 2017 team, and in quite a bit of ways, they probably are. In quite a bit of ways, they probably are, but what I'm seeing right now, man, if the Eagles don't get it together, they don't get their heads out their behinds, they could very well be exiting the playoffs in the divisional round, which would be an absolute crumble of a team that started off 13-1. A team that could have been 14-0 starting off, but yeah. Eagles now must beat the New York Giants. We'll see if the New York Giants decide to play their starters. I know people are saying they won't, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know. They could be very petty and decide to play their starters, but regardless of whether they playing their stars or not, Eagles got to handle their business. They got to go out there and get that win. They got to get that W. No, it's not going to be a good look regardless going to the playoffs, because this thing could have been put away the last 2 games. 2 games that Gardner Minshew was starting, and 2 games that he played a part in blowing. Cowboys game, there's more factors to that game, but I still put some blame on Gardner Minshew. If you watch my video and my recap on that, you understand what I'm saying. There were moments where Gardner Minshew was a big reason we lost that Cowboys game. But in this game, he is the sole reason why we lost this game, in my opinion. Well, maybe not the sole reason, but he's 99.9% of the reason why we lost this game. I said, Gardner Minshew, this is your opportunity. You want to be a starter? And you can go out there and show teams exactly what you can do. You can go out there and show teams that, hey, I can be a star in this league. I am completely over Gardner Minshew. I'm done with him. I am completely done with Minshew mania. Get him the hell out of here. Have him pack his bags at the conclusion of this season. Pack your bags. Good luck elsewhere. Good luck elsewhere, Minshew. I'm done with him. I'm completely done with him. I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated right now, because we should not be going into week 18 having to beat the Giants to win, to clinch everything. We have now given life to the Cowboys. We have now given life to the 49ers. The Vikings the Vikings are pretty much out of it, because we beat the Vikings. The Cowboys have beat the Vikings, so they're out of the running for the number one seed. But The Cowgirls and the 49ers are still in they're still in play to snatch that number one seed from us, and it makes me sick to my stomach because the Eagles should have put this away today. And had we had Jalen Hurts out here, I definitely believe we 100% would have put this game away. Not only, we also need the Saints, to beat the Saints because the Saints hold their number one pick. Now we just hurt ourselves even more with that because now that pushes the Saints up in the draft order, their draft pick up in the draft order, or really I should say down because obviously up would be going up to towards the number one pick. They're going down, and now that makes our draft pick that we get for them a worse pick. So yeah, lovely. But Jalen Hurts, man, get healthy, man. The one positive that's coming out of this, the only positive I can look at is that now it silenced the doubters of Jalen Hurts, the people who have said that Jalen Hurts was just a system quarterback, and the Eagles without Jalen Hurts would still be a team that started off the season 13-1. A team that still started 13-1. No, that's what a lot of idiots like Chris Sims was saying. Now it silenced these idiots, and people now see just how important Jalen Hurts is to the Eagles. That alone right there makes him MVP for me. Now, I don't really care about league. I don't really care about league MVP. I'm sure Hurts doesn't either. We have a bigger goal. No league MVP has won the Super Bowl since Kurt Warner in 1999. So I don't really care about league MVP, but I hope that this puts it puts to rest the ignorance that we've heard from these media pundits, quote unquote experts like that idiot Chris Sims, who said that again the Eagles would still be a team that started off 13-1 with Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is trash. He is a career backup, and he just reaffirmed that today. You're going to be a backup no matter where you land next year, and you deserve to be exactly that. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what people have to say. I just don't give a damn. That's just the facts. Gardner Minshew is a career backup, and hopefully he's backing up a quarterback elsewhere. Get us a competent quarterback in here that can back up Jalen Hurts next season, because I don't want Gardner Minshew to be in the position where he could control our fate. So yeah. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. I'm sort of just rambling now because I'm angry. I am freaking angry because this right here should have been a game that we finally clinched the number one seed in the playoffs. Now we have to play our starters in week 18, and that is complete bullshit. Thanks mostly to Gardner fucking Minshew. Don't ever come at me, people, with the damn Minshew mania shit again, because it's absolute bullshit. Completely. Well, anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up because I'm frustrated. I just need to go relax, man, because stressing myself out about this is not good. I'm pissed, but what can you do about it? All we can do now is just get ready for the Giants and handle our business. Thank goodness Jalen Hurts will be back. Out of here. Fly Eagle fly as always. Peace.
That's all, folks.